right now. Just recently, there has been a shift and there has been a splitting apart again of the worlds. What's going on is that the bandwidth where your purity signal operates has shifted a little bit into another setting. And so your whole body and everything around you needs to catch up. The practical way that we are experiencing this is that maybe some people who we used to connect with, we just don't anymore. Or an event comes along where we realize, hey, I didn't see that before, or maybe this is something new, but they haven't quite got the same values as me, or they did something which, whoa, I don't think I've seen that before, or maybe I missed. But that's not quite the person who I thought they were. And everything is slightly off kilter. When we reawaken and we allow our purity signal to come back into our resynchronized physicality, everything then straightens up again. And what happens is some connections go deeper and they renew, and others, sadly, we part ways, but usually for the better. This is part of a major shift that is going on across the planet, which has been continuing now for some years, where those who are answering to different signals other than purity are going into their reality more deeply. And those of us who answer more to that purity signal are going deeper into our reality. Some people get a little bit worried and they say, oh, it sounds like an earthquake or that something might happen in our physical environment. But there's nothing to worry about because actually the changes are happening a little bit every single day, and we get to catch up with ourselves every moment in real time. And so as long as we are really, really aware of what is going on in our bodies, and we're registering everything in our internal and external environments, then we catch up very quickly, even if we miss a little bit as we're going along. But of course, you do need to be taking time to make sure that you do register your internal and external environments. You do need to be calling that space sometimes so that you can stop, just relax into your being and let everything naturally reconfigure. This is not something that you've got to do like applying a technique. It's literally giving a breathing space for your body to do what it knows best and your source connection to resynchronize in the way that it already knows how to. We just stop other things so that there is plenty of opportunity for everything to recalibrate and align. Meanwhile, in the outside world, it may well seem like there are a few earthquakes. They're not real earthquakes, they are just resets. They are nature's resets. It's nothing to do with that other reset that everyone is talking about in the external world. Nature is resetting all of us because it is beginning to express itself more loudly and more clearly in this reality. And that's actually causing everything and everyone around us to try and reconfigure their reality in the way that they usually do, to try and make things right. Maybe they don't know so much about how nature works, maybe they do, but the type of reset that happens for us is through our own source connection. It's really tough when we start to realize that something or someone is just not on the same wavelength as us, especially if we're very hooked into collaborating with them in a business sense and money is involved and lots of people, or if we're in a personal relationship with someone, especially if it's intimate or in a family setting. But if we can answer most deeply to that signal that is going on inside us and be open to it and have the biological capacity to receive nature's signal, which is what holds all of these happenings, then actually nature will reconfigure everything. It doesn't mean we have to work anything out. We just need to make the right actions and decisions at the time when the time comes along. That's decided by nature as well. And then we need to make the actions which nature is communicating with us through our feelings inside our body. So actually, it's not like being at school where you've got to learn it all and then there's a test. And if you don't know, you don't get it right and you don't pass. It's nothing like that. It's actually a really comfortable, held process, regardless of what emotions you experience, because nature is always signaling through your source connection. And if you stop for a while and you slow down and you just give that space, it will reset for you. You will get the information and the feeling inside of you of what you need to do. And you can just then follow that through. Nature is always with you. Purity has always got your back. It's your best friend, and actually, it's your life partner, whether you have an external partner or not.